Hello everyone. Today we are heading into town to have a look to see how Edinburgh is getting ready for the Edinburgh Festival. So we are about 2 weeks away from the Edinburgh Festival right now. It is July 21st today. The weather is overcast, it's kind of warm. We've had a wee bit of a warm spell. Oh, I should say, someone left a great idea in the comments for me to say what the temperature was like and what month it was, what month of the year. So if you were looking these at other times of the year, you would know what sort of weather it was. It was a great idea. I don't know who it was now, I can't remember. I really wanted to give you a shout out and I can't remember who it was, but whoever it was, thank you, it's a great idea. So that's what I'm doing. 21st of July, it's overcast, it's actually kind of muggy. Feels like it could have a bit of a thunderstorm later. So I've not had a chance to plan this week what I was going to do, which I like to do. I like to have a think about where I'm going to go, maybe find out some facts and things like that, but unfortunately work just got on top of me. My actual proper job got on top of me, so I've not had a chance. So I thought we'd just go to town and we'd have a look, because we are only 2 weeks away from the Edinburgh Fringe Festival and International Festival starting. I think the book festival started already, I think the jazz festival started already, so we'll have a little wander about and you can see how this town starts to change as we get towards the festival, because it really does. Plus some of your food recommendation. That's the Cowgate right there, just there, that's the Royal Mile. Here, Holyrood 9A, really good food in there. Me and Kirsten had brunch in there about, I don't know, a month and a half ago. So good. I want to come back in the centre of town just to have food there again. Oh, will I have it there today? I'm on my own, that'd be weird. How cool is that? That's awesome. I don't like the kilt and jacket that goes with it, but the dress looks very cool. How am I supposed to stay on quite a strict diet right now when there's shop windows that look like that? Is that not one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen in your entire life? Okay, here we are, heart of the Royal Mile, and probably you can already see it's getting busier. They're allowing, it's 10 to 11, so 10:50 right now, and they're really letting a lot of cars onto the Royal Mile, which is really unusual. They must be delivering stuff. They must have a certain time when they allow companies to get deliveries, but I would have assumed it was early in the morning, you know, before people. If you are coming to the Fringe, you have to head over on the Royal Mile to there, to the Edinburgh Fringe shop. It's kind of a ticket hub. It'll give you all the information about where the venues are, of which there are hundreds upon hundreds. There's large ones and the smaller independent ones. Generally any space that someone can convert into a performance space becomes a performance space. So they're all over the place. But you can go in there, you can get your tickets. If you book them online, you can go in there and physically pick them up and things like that as well. And you can see at the front here, the Bible of the Edinburgh Fringe. You have to pick up one of these, free Edinburgh Fringe magazine, which tells you every single show that's on. So, Royal Mile getting busier, but not actually at the height of fringeness yet. A couple of street performers, a lot of more tours going on, a lot more free tours and people handing out going, here's a tour in any language. I'm actually quite impressed and happy about how many different languages that tours seem to be offered in. That's very cool, I like that. But apart from that, not a massive amount going on here right now, so let's head up to the castle so you can have a look what's going on there. So you can see the view as we head up the Royal Mile right to the castle is a little bit different right now, because the Edinburgh Military Tattoo Stadium seating is all up. But right now, before it gets to that, it's concerts at the castle. So here we go, we're underneath the stadium seating right now, so we're heading in, and you can see right ahead of me, right in the centre, is a stage. So you can see it's kind of different here right now. Stadium seating up, all about, with the castle and a stage. Imagine the castle as a backdrop for a concert. You don't have to come to a gig. And the stadium seating all about. Now during the Edinburgh Military Tattoo, where I'm standing now, the Esplanade is the stage. All the military performers from all over the Commonwealth come and perform here, and it's an incredible show with fireworks at the end. And you sit around the stadium seat and you watch, and I haven't been for about 20 years, but it's a great show. But prior to that, prior to the festival and prior to the military tattoo, this becomes a concert arena. So you can actually come and see some incredible artists playing with Edinburgh Castle as a backdrop. Me and Kirsten came to see Tom Jones here about 4 years ago. The concerts have already started. Last night it was Bananarama, of all people, playing here. And tonight, they're setting up right now because Delamitri are playing here tonight. Going to head away for the Royal Mile now. It is extremely busy there up at the castle. If you do come at this time of year and you see all that stadium stuff up and you're like, oh, does that mean I can't go into the castle? You can. You can still go into the castle, you can still buy tickets and go around and have a look. Don't let the stadium, or if they're setting up for a concert, or if they're setting up for the tattoo, if there's anything they have to prepare for that, put you off. You can go up and there's, you know, there's ushers up there and they'll say, yeah, go there and get your tickets. So it is kind of overwhelming though, the amount of people that are there trying to get in and out, because they've essentially bottlenecked how everyone gets in and gets out of the castle area. So it's made it a little bit difficult. Bear that in mind if you're coming. Plough through, you'll get through it, but it is busy here now. So there's lots of kind of main venues where a lot of the shows will be. The kind of producers and the venues where shows will be: Assembly, Gilded Balloon, Udderbelly and Underbelly, and Pleasance. So you'll see lots of signs like this. You can see that red banner that's just appearing here. Assembly, that means that's an assembly venue. That's where they're going to, lots of space have been turned into shows. Just come on, kind of in front of me, once you're past the buildings of the university, you get to the meadows. There might be stuff in the meadows this year, there might not, I don't know right now. I'll tell you when I know. Stop pressuring me, I'll tell you when I know. I think this is them setting up. Normally Udderbelly used to go here, but they moved it last year because they were doing a lot of work. Over here, Potter Row. See that over there, that kind of, there we go, that dome thing there. That becomes the Pleasance Dome. All of that area in there becomes 6 or 7 different show area venues, spaces, and there's bars and things in that as well. So all of the areas tend to have bars. So if you can plan it well when you come to these sort of things, you can get tickets all in one area for a day, and you can sit, you can have a drink, and you can go from show to show to show, or you can try to get tickets in multiple places and move about. Grant across without dying. Is that okay? Oh, there's a sign for the jazz festival here now. It does look like they're starting to set something up here. This is where Udderbelly used to be set up for a long time. But I think they moved it. They definitely moved it last year. I don't know if they're setting up something here again, because when I was out doing the Meadows video a couple of weeks ago, all this signage and things wasn't up. It definitely looks like they're setting up Jazz Festival. That's what I wanted to say. 13th to the 22nd of July, so that started with the last day tomorrow. I wonder if I can find a venue where the Jazz Festival is on. I can show you kind of what it looks like. You see all this sort of work that's going on? This is all becoming show performance spaces and bars and places for you to chill and hang out during the festival. So many areas of the town turn into this sort of thing. You'll tend to find that a lot of Edinburgh locals really don't take advantage of the festival, and you get to see some incredible things. You can see some rubbish, don't get me wrong, you can see some rubbish. I've been in some rubbish. I've also performed in some brilliant things, but if you go 2 miles outside the centre of Edinburgh, you would think there's no festival on, because the people of Edinburgh kind of ignore it. The population of Edinburgh doubles. It doubles during the Edinburgh Festival between the amount of performers that are on and the amount of tourists that come in town. That's an incredible statement to make, but it does, and it's exciting. There's another space just in front of me here that's also turning. This building here, this is the Edinburgh University building, the whole thing turns into venues. Each essential classroom becomes into venues. If I remember right, in the top floor there's a band area and things like that as well. For, if you're going by that pink, I want to say Gilded Balloon. But right now it's all jazz and blues stuff. Here we go, Jazz and Blues Festival. So you can get an idea of how many shows are on. Let's see, 21st today in here. Can you see that? Noon till 12, 2 till 3:30, 4 till 5:30. So you can see there's shows all day long. So from 12 o'clock till 3 in the morning, you could be going to different jazz festivals, different jazz shows, if that's your thing. Over the course of the last maybe 6-7 years, Assembly has really become one of the ones that's properly taken over at the Edinburgh Festival. It's got so many different venues around town now. You start to see things like this behind me popping up everywhere. See all these show posters for all the different acts and artists that are going on. That's all festival stuff. I was right, the pink is gilded balloon. Go me, yeah. I know my stuff. See, I'm not just making it all up. But Assembly and Assembly Gardens here, which looks like it's open. I can hear music. I think they've got the jazz festival in it right now. But look at this. Subtle, I feel. That big sign there, it's all the shows that they've got on. And it shows you, sorry, zoom down on my face, and it shows you all the different areas that they've got them on as well. So if you come in, this is how you start to read it. We are at, where we are right now is Assembly George Square. So you see that? Assembly George Square, and then, let me zoom in. There we go, you see, there we go. 1, that says, and then 2, 3, 4. That one says underground. This is all under, oh god, this is difficult. This is all under George Square. Then it says 5, George Square Theatre, the Box, the Bubble, Piccolo, Palais de Varit, and the Treehouse. All of that is different venues that they have here, and then underneath each one of those, god, this is difficult. Underneath each one of those there is how many shows and the times that those shows are on. So each one of them is different. So all that area here is just where we are now, Assembly George Square. But they also have Assembly Hall. And you can see they've got 3 performance spaces there. They've got the main hall, the Rainy Hall, and the Ballet Room. And then Assembly Rooms, which is on George Street. They've got the ballroom, the drawing room, the music hall, the Vintage Mobile, the Blue Room, and the front room. And they've got Assembly Roxy. So they've got downstairs, central, so that's all different performance spaces at all these places, and then all the shows that are going on in those performance spaces every day over the course of the festival. Did that all make sense? It's a lot to take in, I know, but if you're going to come here, that's how you need to learn how to read it. That's the thing. You can see here as well, street food. A lot of these places, they want to keep you here, you know. They want to keep you here so you can see lots of shows here, and they want to entertain you while you're waiting to go to another show. So there we go. This is nice and subtle how to find that particular venue. Assembly 2. Can you spot it? It's kind of difficult. Can you see that? I'll give you another one just in case you're struggling. Assembly 1. See? And then in the gardens. See, there is stuff in there. I don't know if the jazz festival's actually on in there, or that's just someone doing a sound check. But we're going to head to Princess Street to show you some other areas where you can get tickets, because I'm going to guess that's setting up now as well. Obviously it won't be open, but if you're planning on coming to the Edinburgh Festival this year, it's going to be handy to know these things. So actually I came down to the bottom of the mound here, Princess Street, mound there, because here during the festival there's usually a half-price ticket booth. It's not been set up yet. I thought they would have started, but there's not. However, what has already been set up here in Princess Street Gardens is the Ferris wheel. Is it a bit sad if I go up in the Ferris wheel on my own to show you the view? I really want to.
So this is the
I did it.
Do you know
on the big wheel, right beside Princess Street Gardens, beside Scots Monument. It's cost me £9.50 for me, for one, to come on here. I was expecting to be closer to a £5, but I just sort of went, yeah, okay. This is why I can't afford nice things. You know, while I'm here, I've not started moving yet. Apparently you go around 3 times. There's a tannoy, there's a thing telling you about Edinburgh, Scotland. You go, oh, move it! I'm moving! Whee! There's a castle! No, that's not the castle. Castle's behind me. There's Arthur's Seat.
By the hugely popular detective writer Ian Rankin.
There's the castle.
From the 18th century, Edinburgh extended north.
There's the Scots Monument. That's me at the top. Now I'm at the top already. Beautiful view of the Firth of Forth up here. Woo, look at that! You know what? It's actually kind of scary. This is totally sad I've came on this on my own, isn't it? It is. Feels like it's starting to rain a little bit. Oh, I've got washing out at home. It's starting to rain. I've hung the washing out. There you go, you can see assembly on the mound there. Another venue. You do get a great view when you're up here. There we go, last time round. I kind of want to show you a view of Princess Street looking along if I can. There we go, look at that. Look at that great view of Princess Street there. You know what guys, I think we'll call it there. A little look at how Edinburgh is preparing for the festival. If you are thinking about coming at the sort of the middle of July, you can see it's getting busier already. There's massive queues here actually. See that queue just there? That's queues to go on the open top buses, which I've mentioned before, just to go around town. So it tells you how busy it is. They was me worried in case, because I hadn't planned and I didn't know what I was going to talk about. But you know, apparently I've got a gob on me, I really have. Little Doctor Who reference there for anyone who gets it. I think that's it guys. See what happens when I don't plan? I spend silly money on a big Ferris wheel. Sometimes I worry about myself, I really do, I'm not right. Okay, that's it guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, do the like thing, do the subscribe thing, that'd be great. We're so close to 1,000. If any of you have been watching for a while, you'll know that 1,000's the kind of dream subscribers that we kind of sort of wanted, or thought would be amazing and cool, and we're so close. But, till next time, bye humans.